Did you know that in Brazil, every 47 seconds, an older adult suffers a stroke while sleeping? It's a shocking reality, and it becomes even more frightening when we discover that 73% of these cases are linked to the food people eat just before going to bed. If you're over 60 and usually eat dinner after 7 p.m., listen closely. What I'm about to share could truly mean the difference between a peaceful night's sleep and a silent risk to your life. A recent study from the University of São Paulo uncovered something deeply disturbing. 5 everyday foods, seemingly harmless, when consumed at night, can increase the risk of stroke in people over 60 by a staggering 340%. And the worst part, 89% of older adults in Brazil consume at least 3 of these invisible enemies every single day, completely unaware of the danger sitting on their plates. Have you ever felt your heart race after dinner? Or noticed a strange pressure in your head, a restless night's sleep, or constant fatigue during the day? Maybe you wake up with headaches or dizziness and assume it's just aging. But what if I told you these are signs your body is reacting poorly to what you're eating at night? My name is Dr. Melissa Turner, and today I'm going to show you the 5 specific foods that may be silently putting your health at risk and, more importantly, how you can replace them with delicious, safe alternatives. These changes won't only protect your heart, they'll also improve your sleep, lower your blood pressure, and help you enjoy many more years of vitality and independence. Before we dive in, I want to know, are you with me? If you care about your health and want more information that truly makes a difference, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments what you usually eat at night. Your support fuels this research and helps it reach even more people. If what I've said so far caught your attention, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your opinion matters. Each week, I receive messages from people whose lives have been transformed by this information. That's why we've created a special community for people over 60 who want to live healthier, with more energy and autonomy. Joining is free, just click register. This might be your first step toward a longer, fuller life. Here's what few people realize. After age 60, our cardiovascular system undergoes major changes. The body loses its ability to process certain nutrients, blood flow slows down, and foods that were once harmless can now be health hazards. At night, while the metabolism naturally slows, certain foods create what experts call a perfect storm. Blood pressure spikes, blood thickens, and the heart is forced to work overtime right when it should be resting. A study from the Heart Institute of São Paulo reveals something alarming. The risk of stroke among older adults skyrockets between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., a window known as the sudden death window. And this is not a coincidence, it's exactly when your body is digesting its last meal. Imagine this. Your metabolism slows, your blood pressure naturally fluctuates, and the foods you've eaten make your blood more prone to clotting. It's a dangerous combination, one that most doctors still don't warn their patients about. But here's the good news. You can take control. By identifying and eliminating just 5 specific foods from your nighttime meals, you can reduce your stroke risk by up to 78%. And you'll sleep better, wake up refreshed, and enjoy more years of healthy, independent living. Let me show you which foods to watch out for and what to eat instead. Let's begin with the 5th food on the list. Aged yellow cheeses, the so-called silent curd. If you enjoy finishing dinner with a slice of cheddar, Gouda, or any other aged cheese, you're unknowingly playing Russian roulette with your cardiovascular health. These cheeses contain high levels of tyramine, a compound that, as we age, our body struggles to process, especially at night. Tyramine can trigger a surge in blood pressure up to 40 points in just a few hours. How? It causes the body to release norepinephrine, a hormone that tightens blood vessels and increases heart rate. For younger people, this may go unnoticed. But after age 60, as blood vessels naturally stiffen, this becomes a time bomb. During sleep, blood pressure is supposed to drop to help the body rest. But if you eat aged cheese at night, your pressure remains high for up to 8 hours, putting your health at serious risk. Let me share the story of Maria da Conceição, 67, from Belo Horizonte. She loved cheese and had a nightly ritual of enjoying several slices with crackers before bed. For months, she woke up with headaches and chest pressure, thinking it was just old age. After a dangerous hypertensive episode, doctors discovered the real cause: her nighttime cheese habit. When she eliminated aged cheese from her dinner, the results were dramatic. Her headaches disappeared, she slept peacefully, and her blood pressure finally stabilized. Medical studies support her story, she experienced a 45% reduction in nighttime blood pressure spikes, a 60% improvement in sleep quality, significantly fewer morning headaches, and a reduced risk of blood clots. So what should you eat instead? Swap aged cheeses for ricotta, cottage cheese, or fresh Mina's cheese. These are low in tyramine but high in quality proteins that promote muscle relaxation and deeper sleep. If you can't give up hard cheeses, eat them only at lunch, never after 5 p.m. Here's a delicious dinner tip. Season ricotta with fresh herbs and olive oil for a tasty and safe evening snack. Important warning: if you take blood pressure medications, aged cheeses may interfere with their effects. Always talk to your doctor before changing your diet, especially if you're undergoing treatment. Now, let's move on to the fourth villain on our list: processed meats and cold cuts. These are true sodium bombs, hiding in plain sight. Ham, bologna, salami, sausages, even that occasional hot dog you might eat at night are packed with extremely high levels of sodium and nitrates. And the danger is greatest precisely when your body should be resting. Just to give you an idea, a single slice of ham can contain more sodium than the entire daily recommended intake for seniors. Eating these meats at night causes fluid retention, forcing the heart to work up to 30% harder just to pump blood through vessels already constricted by this excess fluid. But that's not all. The nitrates in these meats turn into nitrites in your stomach, substances that reduce your blood's ability to carry oxygen. During sleep, when your breathing slows, this can cause parts of your brain to be deprived of oxygen, raising the risk of a stroke. Here's a real-life example. Jose Carlos, a 72-year-old retiree from Santos, thought his nightly bologna sandwich was a light, practical meal. But for months, he woke up with intense thirst, a racing heart, swollen legs, and a constant pressure in his head. It wasn't until a cardiologist reviewed his eating habits that the truth came out. Jose was consuming over 4 grams of sodium per day, mostly at night. "I thought I was eating light," Jose said, "but in reality, I was slowly poisoning my body." After removing processed meats from his dinner, everything changed. The swelling disappeared, the thirst stopped, and his blood pressure, once dangerously unstable, returned to normal. The transformation was incredible. Up to 50% reduction in fluid retention, dramatically improved sleep, no more nighttime palpitations, an average 15-point drop in blood pressure, a much lower risk of blood clots. So, what's the alternative? Choose natural proteins: shredded chicken, boiled eggs, or fresh sardines. If you love sandwiches, go with homemade turkey breast, cooked without additives, or opt for cottage cheese or a simple tuna spread. Here's a recipe our community loves: homemade chicken PT. Just boil and shred chicken, season with fresh herbs and olive oil, and enjoy. It's far tastier and healthier than any store-bought option. As a general rule, processed meats should only be eaten at breakfast or lunch, never after 4 p.m. This gives your body enough time to flush out the excess sodium before you go to bed. Let's talk now about the third food villain: refined sugar and sweets, real drivers of nighttime inflammation. That dessert after dinner, the sugary coffee at night, or those cookies you snack on before bed. If refined sugar is part of your nighttime routine, you're triggering a chain reaction that can quietly destroy your cardiovascular system. Sugar causes sudden spikes in blood glucose, forcing your pancreas to release large amounts of insulin right when your metabolism is supposed to be slowing down. These nighttime sugar fluctuations have serious consequences. Blood becomes thicker, platelets stick together more easily, the risk of clots skyrockets, and inflammatory markers can increase by up to 200%. All of this puts extreme strain on the heart and blood vessels for hours. And for people over 60 whose bodies have a reduced ability to process sugar, this cycle can cause micro-injuries to the walls of blood vessels, significantly increasing the risk of stroke. Let me tell you about Antonia Ribeiro, a 69-year-old retired teacher from Recife. She had a nightly ritual she loved: sweet tea and cookies before bed, a way to unwind. But soon, she started waking up dizzy, with blurry vision and a strange heaviness in her head. Tests revealed that her glucose levels were spiking and crashing dangerously during the night, disrupting blood flow to her brain. "I never imagined that my sweet tea could be so harmful," said Antonia. But once she switched to unsweetened tea and replaced the cookies with fruit, it was like a fog had lifted. Today, she wakes up clear-headed and in a good mood, and the results were powerful: complete stabilization of glucose levels during sleep, a 65% drop in inflammatory markers, deeper More restorative sleep significantly reduced vascular damage that could lead to a stroke. So how do you start? Gradually. Week 1. Reduce sugar by 25%. Week 2. Cut it in half. Week 3. Reduce by 75%. Week 4. Eliminate it entirely. If you have a sweet tooth at night, opt for natural options like baked apples with cinnamon or up to 10 grams of dark chocolate, at least 70% cocoa. Another great tip is herbal tea chamomile with a teaspoon of honey and a pinch of cinnamon. Chamomile helps you relax, cinnamon stabilizes blood sugar, and honey provides slow-absorbing sugars for gentle overnight energy. Special warning for diabetics. Be especially cautious with sugar at night. It can cause dangerous drops in blood sugar in the early morning hours. Always monitor your levels and consult your doctor before changing your diet. Next on our list is the second food villain, fried foods and trans fats. French fries, chips, chicken croquettes, cheese bread, fried snacks, they're not just indulgences. When eaten at night, they become health saboteurs that can quietly harm your body while you sleep. Eating these foods before bed is like clogging your arteries with layers of fat overnight, dramatically increasing the risk of dangerous blockages in the blood flow to your brain. The trans fats found in fried and processed foods are so harmful that many countries have banned them completely. And at night, when your metabolism slows down, these unhealthy fats circulate in your blood much longer, clinging to artery walls and causing serious inflammation. For people over 60 whose natural artery cleaning system slows with age, this process can lead to major blockages in just a few hours. Did you know a single serving of French fries at night can raise your blood fat levels for up to 12 hours? Let me tell you the story of Sebastião Gomes, a 74-year-old retired entrepreneur from Fortaleza. Loved fried food for dinner, pastel pastries, coxinhas, all his favorites. But soon, he started feeling extremely tired after eating. He had trouble breathing when lying down and would wake up several times during the night with a heavy, uncomfortable feeling. Tests revealed that his arteries were severely clogged with fatty plexus, especially the carotid arteries, which are critical for delivering blood to the brain. My doctor told me I was on the verge of a massive stroke, Sebastião recalls. After completely eliminating fried foods from his dinner, the results came fast. In just 1 month, he experienced more improvement than he had after years of taking medication. He lost 6 kilos, could breathe normally again, and his heart stopped having irregular rhythms. The benefits were astonishing. Up to 70% reduction in harmful blood fats, significant drop in arterial inflammation, better oxygen delivery to the brain during sleep, weight loss, and complete relief from nighttime heaviness. So, what should you eat instead? Choose grilled, baked, or steamed dishes. Baked potatoes with herbs, for example, are delicious and far healthier. Want something crispy? Try zucchini or sweet potato chips baked with a touch of olive oil. Here's a hit recipe from our community. Rustic oven-baked potatoes. Cut the potatoes into thick wedges, season them with rosemary, garlic, and olive oil, then bake until golden brown. They satisfy that fried craving and they're good for your heart. Golden rule: eat fried foods only before 2 p.m., never at night. That gives your body enough time to break down the fats before bed. Special warning: if you already have heart problems, the ideal is to eliminate fried foods altogether, not just at night. Trans fats can interfere with medications and increase your health risks. Always consult your doctor if you're undergoing treatment. And now, the #1 food villain, the most surprising discovery in our research: coffee and caffeine-based drinks. This might be hard to hear, especially if you're someone who loves your evening coffee. But if you're drinking coffee, black tea, soft drinks, or any caffeinated beverage after 4 p.m., you're putting your heart at risk all night long. Caffeine's effects can last up to 8 hours in people over 60, keeping the cardiovascular system on high alert at a time when it should be resting and recovering. At night, the heart is supposed to slow down so it can heal from the stress of the day. But with caffeine in your system, it's forced to stay active, raising blood pressure and increasing the risk of dangerous arrhythmias. Caffeine also interferes with melatonin production, the hormone responsible for sleep. This creates a harmful cycle: insomnia, cardiovascular stress, and for those who are predisposed, an even higher risk of severe health issues. Let me share a powerful story. Rosa Maria Santos, a 71-year-old homemaker from Brasilia, was a passionate coffee drinker. She had at least 6 cups a day, with the last one usually after dinner around 8 p.m. Soon, she began to suffer from nighttime heart palpitations. She'd wake up multiple times with a racing heart, stabbing chest pains, and unexplained anxiety before bed. She saw multiple doctors, but her daytime heart tests were always normal. The episodes only happened at night until one sleep cardiologist suggested cutting caffeine after 2 p.m., and that solved the mystery. After just 1 week of skipping her afternoon and evening coffee, the palpitations completely stopped. Rosa said, "I started sleeping deeply and woke up feeling truly rested. I never imagined my beloved coffee could nearly kill me with stress on my heart. The benefits were extraordinary. Total normalization of heart rate during sleep, 80% improvement in sleep quality, no more nighttime palpitations, significantly reduced anxiety before bed, stabilized blood pressure, a major drop in the risk of fatal arrhythmia to help you transition. Try this simple strategy. Week 1. Drink coffee only until 2 p.m. Week 2. Limit it to noon. Week 3. Stop by 10 a.m. Week 4. Coffee only in the early morning. For the afternoon, swap coffee for caffeine-free herbal teas like chamomile, fennel, or lemon balm. Ginger tea is another excellent choice, soothing, flavorful, and anti-inflammatory. One favorite from our community, barley coffee. It tastes surprisingly similar to traditional coffee but has zero caffeine. A great way to keep your ritual without harming your heart. Important: don't quit caffeine abruptly, can cause headaches and irritability. Gradually reduce your intake and replace it with healthier alternatives. Also, remember that chocolate contains caffeine too, so avoid it at night. And if you're being treated for hypertension or heart disease, pay special attention. Caffeine can interfere with medication and mask important symptoms. Talk to your doctor about the safest way to consume caffeine. Now that you know the 5 dangerous foods to avoid at night-aged cheeses, processed meats, refined sugars, fried foods, and caffeine, you're ready to take control. Removing or replacing these foods in your evening meals can reduce your stroke risk by up to 78%, while also improving your sleep, stabilizing your blood pressure, and increasing your energy levels. Each of these foods triggers specific reactions in the body that, when combined with the natural changes of aging, make them especially dangerous at night. Here's what your transformation might look like. Week 1. Noticeable improvement in sleep quality. Week 2. Reduced headaches and dizziness in the morning. Month 1. Stable blood pressure and more energy. Month 3. Complete cardiovascular transformation, proven by medical tests you have the power to rewrite your health story. It's never too late to make decisions that honor your life and the lives of those you love. Every night you spend without these 5 silent enemies is an extra night of protection for your heart and brain. You deserve many more years of health, independence, and dignity. And if you've made it this far, it means you truly care about your health and well-being, and that fills me with joy and hope. To continue receiving life-changing, science-based guidance, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you'll always be the first to learn the strategies that truly make a difference. And now, tell me in the comments. Did you already know about these 5 nighttime dangers? Has a loved one suffered a stroke? I read every story and respond. Your experiences inspire our entire community. And remember, it's never too late to start living better. Take care of yourself with love and wisdom. Important note: this content is for educational purposes only. Always consult your doctor before making significant dietary changes, especially if you're taking medication or have a pre-existing condition.